The honourable member for Drayton Valley Devon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We understand from a former senior executive at AHS and the owner of Country Care Cottages in Red Deer that it is unclear if seniors can use self-managed care funding in a private facility. One couple were told they had 6 months to move to a public institution or lose their self-managed funds because there supposedly was a duplication of services, although the facility does not offer the needed care as part of the rental fee. Can the minister clarify, can residents of private facilities still access self-managed care for their unmet needs?
Honourable Minister of Health.
Mr. Speaker, I was happy to address this last week and this week and for whatever other weeks might need to be required, Mr. Speaker, because it continues to be the case that in this province you have individual assessments and then that care is assigned based on the need of the individual resident. And yes, that care can be done in a variety of settings, including an independent home, in a lodge, or in another care facility, Mr. Speaker. But there continues to be case-by-case assessments. If the member would like to talk to some folks that understand the issue, I'd be happy to arrange so.
For supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that the owner of the cottages was told that when an Albertan chooses to leave the public health system and go private, the system washes their hands of that person, and given that AHS managers made it clear to her that if anyone anywhere in Alberta living in a private care home is currently receiving SMC funds, it is an error that they will correct, and they said that they have ways to figure out who seniors are and where they are living, why are the rules different depending on the type of facility a senior chooses?
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, why the member's research department would give him that kind of information that certainly isn't based in fact is beyond me, Mr. Speaker, but I'd be very happy to connect the member opposite with people who actually understand the process, understand how it works, and to make sure that he has an opportunity to receive valid information to position future questions on, Mr. Speaker, because I certainly want to help him be successful.
Supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that we've heard that self-managed funds are being denied even when the assessed unmet needs are on the record, and given that families report that they've heard that funding does not exist or is frozen, and not to apply because they do not qualify for unmet needs, or would not qualify if they chose to live in a private facility, to the minister, what are your instructions to home care coordinators about self-managed funds in private facilities, and does the 2017 budget for self-managed care funding apply to private facilities?
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I'll say it again with pride. Individual case-by-case assessments are done based on citizens' needs, how they can best be accommodated, and what types of care options they might want to access to be able to do that. Mr. Speaker, my direction to the member opposite is please do sit down with me. I'd be happy to walk you through the program and provide those assurances. I think we touched on it at estimates. I'd be happy to do so again, but we are continuing to provide a range of supports, including supports in self-managed care, Mr. Speaker.